Bloody referees. Oh, hi there. What's going on, everybody? It's JB here. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you recovered from a real travesty from tonight. England have lost 2-1 to Croatia in the World Cup semi-finals, as you may have heard on my YouTube channel. I've taken a couple of hours to calm down and try and do this objectively, but I'm going to keep my opinions the same. We were robbed. Kakia, the Turkish referee, is my villain of the match. I've made that my feelings perfectly clear. There's one person that tried to comment and said I was a bitter and sore loser. He's entitled to his opinion. I've took the comment off because I think he's wrong. I just want to be perfectly honest. I'll touch on the job that Gareth Southgate's done in a minute, but I want to talk about the referee. My opinion on the referee has not changed one iota. He gave some very questionable decisions tonight, and the Turkish officials just making bad decision after bad decision. The equalising goal which Croatia got was on high foot in a Premier League game or anywhere on the pitch. That would have been given as a foul. So there's a debate about that. I said that in commentary. The referee was just a joke. How can FIFA justify putting a man of his... Listen, I understand he's got big game experiences, but he referees in Turkey. He referees in the Turkish League, for fuck's sake. How can he be justified of doing a big match as a World Cup semi-final? He's not good enough. He's got it in for English teams. He sent off Nanny and ironically for a powder puff high foot 3 or 4 years ago. But that's not the point. The point is, he's got it in. He sent off Steven Gerrard before for 2 soft bookings a few years ago. So he's got it in for English teams. He sent off John Terry as well, wrongly. The man is a joke. I think FIFA will be they won't be disappointed that that England are not in the final. They'll be absolutely laughing their sides off tonight because they know. I just don't think they don't want us in a final. Listen, for a good amount of period, we played football tonight. We were leading that game. Croatia spent the first 70 minutes, and I'm going to be brutally honest, kicking rumps out of each other. How the hell Lovren actually got away without a fucking booking is an absolute disgrace. He should have had a booking in the first half, and he should have been sent off, in my opinion, before half time, because the 2 or 3 or 4 of the challenges he made were absolutely crude. Were completely and utterly crude. They were crude challenges. I've seen 2 bookable offences in the Premier League for less than that. A player sent off for 2 bookable offences for less than that. I've seen Burnley players sent off for 2 bookable offences less than that. That's how bad it was. The equaliser I've already touched on. High foot. That shouldn't have been given. The only thing he can't be blamed for was the Mandzukic goal. That was just down to us being tired. But there were mistakes made by the referee. There were offsides. We should have had a penalty. There were 3 kicks that would have been given in other circumstances. Like Harry Kane went down on the far side of the right on the edge of the Croatian box, and it was a clear foul because the number 4 for Croatia wiped him out, and the referee, not 10 yards away, tells him to get up to his knee. So I'm thinking, what sort of bloody referee does that? He was a muppet. Mr. Kakia, I maintain what I said on YouTube. You are a horrible excuse of a referee, and I hope and pray that you never, ever referee another football match again. You were a disgrace to your profession, and I hope FIFA won't fucking shut the book at you, even though your refereeing was pathetic. And I do believe that FIFA didn't want an English team didn't want England in the final. Their philosophy of promoting bigger countries. Look, I'm not trying to take anything away from Croatia, but against the French, though, they will be absolutely found wanting. That is for sure, and I sincerely hope so. I mean, I've got to try and be as unbiased as I can for the final, which I'm doing on Sunday, but I'm hungry because I don't get an opportunity to commentate on England in a final, which would have been fantastic. But, you know, in my opinion, the referee's to blame. But let's just move away from that for a second or two. Let's just look at how England have progressed. Now, 2 years ago against Arsenal, we were a disgrace of a team. Roy had resigned and Hodgson had resigned, and obviously Allardyce had the one game, and then he got sacked. Southgate came in. I was a bit dubious about Southgate, I will admit. You know, everybody in his staff thought, "Oh, great, another yes man," but far from it. He's proved us all wrong. We had a good qualification run. We had a little bit of a dicey period up in Glasgow when we were qualifying against Scotland, but apart from that, yeah, he done all right, you know. And then, you know, we got through the qualifying stages quite comfortably enough, and then we got. And then he decided to play through it back in friendlies, and it worked. And it worked in this tournament. I mean, it was a great, you know, it was great while it lasted. I mean, we beat Tunisia. We needed a bit of a break to beat them. I thought the referee was a disgrace in that one too. I thought Panama, we beat. Again, the referee was a disgrace, but we thrashed them 6-1, so we did what we needed to do. Belgium, the pressure was off. We lost 1-0, but it didn't matter because we got the better half of the draw, so to speak. But Colombia run us through the mill in the second round. We had to win on penalties, so we broke new ground there by winning a World Cup penalty shootout. So there has been quite a bit of history made, and then we beat Sweden very comfortably. And then tonight we were done by some very iffy referee from a Turk who frankly doesn't know what a big game is, and he's not evidently good enough. But if you were to say to me 2 years ago, after we'd been humiliated by an Iceland team that really gave us a huge reality check, and we would be in this position now, I would have laughed my sides off. But here we are now. I mean, we can't win the World Cup. We've still got the third place game to come, and that'll be live on YouTube with myself and Chris on Saturday. Chris doing the commentary, of course. Yeah. I just think Southgate is the right man, and I think looking forward to the next Euros, I think we've got a good nucleus there. If we can keep them, if the lads can keep playing regularly for their club sides and keep producing that brilliant form, then there's no reason why this lot cannot come together, qualify for the next Euros, and try and win the Euros in 2 years' time, and then have a look at winning the World Cup 4 years from now. But you know, I'm no gripes with England at the moment. And, you know, they've put the football back into football in this country, and that's great. And I'm really pleased that we've reached the semi-finals. Although I'm bitter and disappointed that the referee was an absolute disgrace. But plenty to be positive about. I've no gripes with England. I've no gripes with Gareth Southgate. He was superb. He was brilliant. He spoke very well. He's got the media on side, and it's been, you know, taking the emotions and the robbery of the Turkish referee aside. I thought England was superb in this tournament, and it's a travesty that we're not in the World Cup final. But FIFA will, as I say, FIFA will be laughing their pants off. Happy that they're not going to have. They're not going to put up with it. Not going to have good old England in the final. You know, they'd rather have somebody like a Croatia. So that's probably why we were robbed and given a referee that particularly doesn't like us. And this referee obviously didn't like us. But I'm not going to try. I mean, I've said my piece now about that. But you know, we should hold our heads up high. The nation, Gareth, Gary, and the rest of the lads, you've given us some great moments. I really feel for you that you didn't win tonight, or you couldn't deliver, but you've nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing to be worried about. The whole nation is applauding you. The whole nation is behind you. We know what really happened tonight, and we all know that the referee was a disgrace. But you've done us proud. We couldn't have asked any more from you, and that's all that matters. Thank you very much indeed, guys. You have made England and our fans really proud of you. We can't ask for more than that. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget, YouTube channel Saturday, England against Belgium, third place playoff. That's on Saturday afternoon. I think it's about 3:30, 3:40. I think the kickoffs are 4. Then the same time Sunday for the final with me, Croatia against France. That will be on Sunday. So join me and Chris for the weekend for that. Until then, from me, JB, try and enjoy your evening and sleep well. Take care. See you Saturday. Ta-ra.